Have you ever just looked up into the night sky and felt this deep question bubble up inside you? It's a question that philosophers and scientists have been wrestling with forever, and it might just be the ultimate question. I mean, really, why? Why all of this? The stars, the galaxies, us? Why is any of it here? It's the kind of question that can really haunt you once you start thinking about it. Why are we even here to ask? And when you're faced with that sheer mind-bending scale of it all, it feels like you're left with two choices, right? You can either feel totally crushed by how small you are, just a random blip in an endless void, or you can feel this incredible sense of awe, of worship even, at the absolute majesty of it all. For most of human history, we kind of just assumed the universe was eternal, that it had always been here, always would be, a steady state. But then science started telling a very different story. It starts in 1927 with a Belgian priest who was also a physicist, Georges Lemaître. He comes up with this wild idea that the universe actually had a starting point. And then, decades later, scientists found the proof: the cosmic microwave background radiation. It's literally the leftover heat, the afterglow from creation itself. And it confirmed it. The universe had a beginning. So now science can put a date on it. About 13.8 billion years ago, everything we see, everything we are, just erupted into being. It came from a single point of unimaginable density and a flash of light and energy that kick-started time, space, and all matter. And you can imagine what a shock this was. I love this quote from Fred Hoyle. He was an astronomer who hated the idea of a beginning. In fact, he's the one who mockingly coined the term Big Bang. But even he, looking at the evidence, had to admit that it really looked like someone had been tinkering with the very laws of reality. Okay, so science gives us the how. An absolutely incredible how, for sure. But it leaves that even bigger question hanging in the air, doesn't it? The why. To explore that, we have to look beyond physics. We have to turn to some of humanity's oldest wisdom traditions, which were less concerned with the mechanics and more with the meaning. So, for example, the Gospel of John opens with this powerful, powerful concept, the Logos. Now, this is a Greek word, and it means way more than just word. It's the logic, the reason, the divine intelligence that underpins everything. The idea is just staggering. Before there was matter, there was meaning. Before there was a bang, there was a blueprint. This is how that text begins. It's making the bold claim that our universe wasn't born out of random chaos, but out of communication, that it was spoken into existence. From this point of view, the only reason we can do science, the reason the universe follows elegant mathematical laws, is because it was created by a rational mind. And, this idea of creation from nothing, ex nihilo, is actually pretty unique. A lot of other ancient myths start with some kind of pre-existing chaotic soup that gods have to fight or shape into the world. But the biblical story is different. It's about a single powerful command that brings reality itself into existence, where before there was nothing. And here is where modern science is something that sounds eerily familiar. We've now discovered that in the first moments of the universe, before the first stars ever lit up, the cosmos was filled with massive sound waves, real harmonic vibrations that were actually shaping the large-scale structure of the universe. So in a very real scientific sense, the universe began as a symphony. And the most incredible part? You are made from that cosmic music. The very carbon that makes up your cells, the calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, all of it was forged in the fiery hearts of stars that lived and died billions of years ago. You are, quite literally, stardust. Just pause and think about that for a second. In us, the raw stuff of the cosmos has organized itself into a being that can look back up at the night sky and wonder where it all came from. It's like you're the universe waking up and looking at itself in the mirror. So we find ourselves at a crossroads with two totally different stories we can tell about who we are. One story says you're a cosmic accident, a random fluke, just a brief flicker of awareness with nothing before and nothing after. But the other story, this ancient cosmic story, says that you were created on purpose, that you bear the image of your creator, and that you have a name that's known by the one who made the stars. And this cosmic story doesn't just stop at creation. The same text that talks about that creative word also talks about light. It connects the light that first burst forth at the dawn of time to a kind of spiritual light that enters our world, a light that it says the darkness just can't stamp out. Because in this framework, the story of the universe isn't just about a beginning, it's also about a destination. It's heading somewhere. The idea is that the same author who started this whole cosmic epic is still at work, writing the story to its ultimate conclusion, a new creation. And that's the whole point, really. It's all one unified story. The God who was there at the beginning, the Alpha, is the same God who will be there at the end, the Omega. The one who creates is also the one who redeems. It's one seamless, epic narrative from start to finish. And so, after all that, after journeying from the first flash of light to the very iron in your blood, this grand cosmic tour brings us to a very small, very personal place. The final question isn't about cosmology or physics. It's an invitation to find your own story inside this much grander one.